What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Scevoli X War Show. You know, we do a lot of X's and O's and H's, if you get what I mean, with this special guest that we have on today. I am so incredibly excited. I think I've been counting down my years of life for this day, for this interview, you know, and I'm only 26, so that I don't have 26 fingers, you know, I don't have 26 toes. But the amazing Kristin Sutton is here today, ladies and gentlemen, the voice of our beloved character in Dragon Ball Daima, HYBIS. Welcome, Kristin.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Kristin, I just want to tell you, I think I told you this off camera. I love HYBIS. HYBIS is the ultimate fun-loving Dragon Ball character. I know he's from Dynama, but he's now in the Dragon Ball universe. He is so funny, or she, you know, whichever you want to call it. Is an amazing character. I think what they did with the character, how you did the character, is amazing. He makes me laugh all the time when he's on screen. And now, like, spoiler alert, guys, if you haven't seen the last episode, which is out now on Crunchyroll, I don't know if it's on Netflix. I don't know. I have to get that information. I do not know. Because a lot of people ask that question on YouTube. Is it on Netflix, Dragon Ball Daima? I do not know that. I know a lot, but I do not know that.
I know what the sub is, but I don't know if the dub is yet. But I know
Correct. Yeah, I don't know it. Yeah, I think just the sub. Even Hulu too is only the sub. I think no dub.
It will be coming on. I just don't know when. So.
Yes, correct. It will get there, but if you don't, start your subscription to Crunchyroll and watch all 20 episodes. They're in dub and subbed, whichever you prefer. But HYBIS will be there, you know, and at the end, guys, he becomes this amazing minister, which I'm excited for the journey, you know. I'm really excited for him to do the Holy Spirit, you know. I'm excited. But Kristin, my first question to you is, how did you become a voice actor?
So that actually was a kind of a funny coincidental story. So I was living in New York at the time, and probably the late 90s, I would say. So I was a little baby. And I was doing something called Toy Fair, which is where they hire some actors to go to this big, basically kind of a convention where we show off what the next year's big toys are going to be. And I was hired to be Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, and I had never heard of this show before. So I looked it up, I watched some episodes, like, I could do that voice. So I dressed in the costume, I was in front of like all the toys, and I did my whole thing like Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. And I showed all the toys, and it was very fun. And Cartoon Network came in and watched my whole presentation, and just like they just started like, oh my god, they couldn't believe it. And then from then on, they started hiring me through Cartoon Network and Trendmaster Toys to do all of their talking dolls for Bubbles and Blossom. And also I would fill in here and there when they would need some things for commercials or some things for the shows. So it was my very first voiceover job that I got to do for Powerpuff Girls, and that was like a dream. I couldn't even believe it. I still can't believe it.
That is because Powerpuff Girls was such like a big cartoon in my era. I know I'm talking like I'm like 85 years old, but like in like my era, like when I was a teen, like it was like Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans, you know, all those shows. And yes, I know I saw you do the voice a while back on your page, and they didn't keep you, which I was very disappointed because I think you would have killed the role of Bubbles, you know?
Thank you. Well, Tara Strong, obviously, who is
Yes.
like the goddess. She's like
Yes.
the original voice, the OG. And I'm surprised they didn't actually keep all the original voices when they did the reboot. Hey, you know, we're still out there, and we've done the voices and we've done the show, and it's still great. So
It is. You're great too. You're great. Don't worry.
Thank
You're
you.
great. So my next question to you, Kristin, is Dragon Ball is a big universe. Dragon Ball has been on for years and years and years.
yeah.
HYBIS just came in a couple months ago, and people love HYBIS. So my first Dragon Ball question to you, Kristen, is how did you get the role of Hybis? Did you know anything? Because I know some things are like secrets and they don't put the name of the character. They'll put like eggs and potatoes, and like you'll be like, oh, what is eggs and potatoes? You know what I mean? And then like, so what? How did you get this role of this awesome character?
So all I knew when I was going into audition was that it was a super secret show. It was not listed as what, the show was not listed on the call or anything like that. We got some sides ahead of time, basically just showing like what the character lines were going to be, but you didn't see what it looked like yet. So then when I would go into the studio to do the audition, this is what kind of freaked me out. When you go in there, they would close the door and they would lock it, which they never do. They never lock the door when you go into a recording session. So I was like, whoa, what is this? What is this show? this must be like really big. So yeah, then I got to watch obviously the sub version of HYBIS and hear like his voice for the first time and kind of like get the monotone of what he was like, and just kind of get his like cadence and his vibe. So what they wanted was they wanted us to match as close as we could what they were doing in the Japanese version. So yeah, then we did that, and then we would cross our fingers and hold our breath and hope it came back, because it had to be all approved by the folks in Japan. They were the ones that were going to choose everyone that they wanted in the cast. So no pressure.
That's great. That's not great that they locked you in a room and they didn't tell you anything.
Oh no, it was fine.
But that's great that you get the film. And then when did you know that you got the role? A couple weeks. Now, when did this recording start? How long has this project? When was the year that this project started?
So we had the super secret audition last spring, like a whole year ago. And then we didn't find out anything until probably October. And that is then, that is when we first, I can't remember if we started recording in October, if we started recording in November. But it was it was in the fall, definitely. So it was like a long break in between the audition. It went so long that I was like, I guess I didn't get it. I just, didn't hear anything. So, but when they finally called me, she called, she goes, "Hi, Kristen, this is so-and-so from Crunchyroll, and I just wanted to," I was like, "Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta catch my breath, because I think I know what this is gonna be." And she started giggling. I was just so excited. I couldn't even, I was like catching my breath. I was like, oh God. And then, she said that they wanted to offer me HYBIS, and I was like, no, I'm gonna pass. No, of course. I was like, oh, yes.
Could you imagine? Yeah, I'll pass. Bye.
Bye. See you later.
Well, that's great, because I would love to be the person on the other side of that phone giving you it, and then the person that gets the role is giggling, because it's like we know that you have the role, like, you know what I mean, and we know that you're gonna freak out, because Dragon Ball like is such a big universe, and to play a character in Dragon Ball is like winning probably the lottery, almost, probably
Besides
winning the lottery.
Powerpuff and doing Barney and Friends, this is probably like one of the biggest things I've ever had the opportunity to be a part of, and I'm so honored to be part of Dragon Ball now. So
happy you are, HYBIS. HYBIS, we love HYBIS. We praise to HYBIS. We praise HYBIS. So my next question: did you guys get to work in the studio with the other voice actors, like Stephanie, Paul, Aaron, Naya, Nassim? Did you got to work with any of those in the studio, or was it just a private session?
So the way dubbing works is you are just in the studio by yourself, unless you are doing background voices where they put a whole group of people in there. As a main character, you are just all on your own. You have, of course, the director and the technician on the outside of the glass with you, but Yeah, you never get to work with the other guys. Like
Ah.
I bumped into Stephanie a couple times, like going in and out of the studio, but you never get to actually like work with them. So
Aw.
unfortunately, I know.
I want to see the fun stories and everything. I'm like, nothing, nothing.
Yeah.
Um, but that's all right. Next time, because when you start doing cons and everything, well, hit Hibis up, guys. If you're whoever's watching this, promoters, hit Kristin up to go to cons. Let her have all Hibis love, at these Dragon Ball cons, anime cons.
Yes,
Or
I would love to be there. Love it.
yes, yes. So my next question to you, Kristin, is: so you get the role of Hibis, right? You get this role, and do you like? I know some voice actors have their doubts about the characters, like, oh, is this character gonna connect? Oh, is someone gonna really connect to him? Did you ever have those doubts as a voice actor, like when you got the role, but not a lot of people like, you know, I don't know the word. I don't want to say. How can I say the word?
They're gonna like him, or
Yeah, like them, or do you think like, okay, this is a good character. I think people will like him. Do you go in with that, or you just be like, you know what, whatever happens, happens. I'm here for the raw. I'm here for the fun.
yeah, I mean, you kind of have both. Like, first, I know it's like, it's just super exciting just to be part of it. So you're just like, I don't care what happens. I was part of this, and that's all that matters. But then, as you keep going through the recording sessions, you start to think, oh, I hope that, this character liked. I hope that people like what I did with the voice and all that. And, as actors are always kind of like that. You never know what's going to happen. But I kept getting kind of feedback from the director that the people in Japan were so happy with what we were doing, and when I started to see some feedback online, like people doing their reactions to the show and hearing what people were thinking about it, it's like it was such a like amazing high to hear that. I just love it. It's so cool.
It is, especially me, like not number one Hibis stan
Oh,
account,
you're
guys.
amazing. Thank you.
No one can top me in the Hibis
That's
account.
true. So far, you are top fan.
Krista, you better put that on your calendar, your Wendy's order, because I'm the number one girl. I'm the number one.
That's right.
But yeah, Hibis is such a great character. I think he has such dark humor. Like people, like if we're sitting at a party and Hibis is there and he just throws like a little joke in, and it's like, whoa, man, you're a little deep. But but we get it. We get what he's saying. But it's just so hilarious of how, like I told you before this show, like not a lot of the people laughed. Like I like the characters, like Vegeta, Goku, like the main characters, and I'm cracking up in my bed. Like I'm literally bawling tears because I feel like I would say some stupid stuff like that to people, and I'm like, Hibis is just my like best friend at this point. Like we're
Yeah, he's a funny little guy. He's a little awkward, but I think that he doesn't even realize it, which I think is what's so perfect about him. He just will blurt out and say whatever he wants and doesn't care. So he's very confident.
he is.
He's very confident. I appreciate that about him.
Yes, he's confident about his hairdo.
Yep.
He's got and he had to get a haircut, and I don't think he ever got the haircut.
No, he's got a hot date that he's got to make too, so he had to have that haircut or that hair appointment, and I never did get to go.
I love it, Christian. I'm like, you can't see my face because the ring light, but I'm like so red in the face because I just love Hibis, and you just doing the voice is just like incredible.
Thank you.
Incredible. But my next question is to you. So for anybody out there, Kristin, I usually end the show with this, but we're not ending the show yet. Don't worry, Kristin. Don't worry. If there's anybody out there listening, watching this, what advice can you give the young voice actors of today? Any advice that if they're scared, if they don't want to go in, like what is your advice to those voice actors that have the doubt, but they're going to do it anyway?
If they really are serious about wanting to be a voice actor, you have to actually think about what is in the name, voice actor. So it's not just about your voice, it's mostly about your acting skills. So if you want to be a voice actor, you need to start with acting classes. It could be improv classes. It could be just like scene study. It could be, whatever's fun to you. But you need to get those acting skills locked down before you even attempt to do a voice acting. I also recommend voice lessons, like if you're interested in maybe doing some singing or whatnot, because I feel like being a singer, it helps you a lot more with your inflections and with like giving you ups and downs, knowing how you're going to say things. It just makes it a little bit more melodic and easier for you. So being a singer is also a really great asset if you can.
That's your advice from HYBIS herself.
That's it.
So Kristin, my next question to you, your favorite HYBIS line and why?
I totally have this. Okay, so there is a part where HYBIS and Bulma are in the plane, and
oh, that's the best one. Kristin, come on.
So besides the one where he's trying to steal Vegeta's wife, the one that cracks me up the most is when he's telling Bulma about mud wine, about how much he likes mud wine, and she's like, "What does mud wine taste like?" And he just turns to her and he goes, he said, "I'd say it's mud forward." And that cracked me up so much because my day job, I am a sommelier, so I'm a wine specialist, and the director and I actually kind of came up with that line because we were trying to figure out, there was something we wanted to do that was a little bit different than what was actually written. And so he kind of was like, "Well, what would they say about wine?" And I said, "Well, usually you say like wine is fruit forward or something." She's like, "So you could say it's mud forward." It's like, "Yes, let's do that." So we ended up doing like, I'd say it's mud forward. And that one cracks me up every time just because I remember like being in the studio and trying to figure out what we were going to say about that. And it's probably one of those things people probably don't even realize, like they don't even like really pay attention to it, but it's one of my favorite things.
He has a lot. I know you posted the HYBIS compilation of all his funny scenes, and I love that. And that's why I asked you, give me the video, because I'm going to do my reactions, 3 videos, because they're like 3 minutes long. I can't just sit there for 3 minutes. I don't know what
It's
I'll do.
a lot. Yeah, I even had to cut it down quite a bit just because there's so much. That was like, I couldn't believe that such an amazing fan would put all that together. So that was, wow.
Yeah, like I thought it was going to be like a short video. I thought when you sent it to me, I was like, oh, it's probably like a minute, 2 minutes. It was almost 4 minutes. I was like, oh my God, he really, the fan must have really went all in, got the HYBIS link. Okay, let me do that. All right. That's a lot of work, but thank you for that fan. Thank you to that incredible fan, because now we have some HYBIS.
Yes.
HYBIS. But yes, I will be doing my reactions to it, and I will tag you and invite you as a collaborator and everything. Because we're besties now. HYBIS. So just so you know. So my next question to you, Kristin, is so you're in the studio, you're recording. Is there anything like, when I know some voice actors go in and they have a connection to their character, they feel the character, like when you listen to music, like you feel in the music, you're connected to the lyrics. Like I do not voice acting, singing. So I go for voice lessons and everything. So when I'm in the booth, I really sing my heart out. I give it to like Whitney Houston. But like for you, it's different because you're really not singing. So when you're in the studio, is there any like thing that you do with your voice that you have to warm up with, like warm-ups?
Oh, you want to warm up just like you're going to be performing on Broadway. You do all your vocal warm-ups. I would say especially for people in Dragon Ball, because of all of the, like all the screaming and like fight scenes. Luckily, not luckily, it would be cool if I had that too. But HYBIS at this time is, he's not much of a fighter, so doesn't do it. He kept the Dragon Ball safe, so that's all that matters.
He did, and the third eye he kept safe.
That's right. Well, I don't know if he kept it safe.
I know.
Spoilers, but.
Oh, HYBIS. When I knew something was up, I was like, he has the belt. I was like, come on, HYBIS. Like, and he's just like rolling around, and then he's like, I don't have it. And then just drops it. Like, just drops it. I know. I was like, HYBIS, what have you done, HYBIS? And I'm like, I went online. I was like, there should be no HYBIS hate on this account right now. There should be no HYBIS. He didn't know. He's an innocent bystander. He has hit. He missed his haircut. He missed. Blame it on the haircut.
Not fashion. He didn't. You know, he didn't know. It's just fashion.
He is the next fashionista, HYBIS. He is the next fashionista.
Yeah, that tag's gonna become popular. I know it.
It is. Like, I'm trying to make that coat for real, like the whole thing. Could you imagine, Kristin, when you go to a Comic-Con, I just walk up with the HYBIS hair and everything? You would probably like fall on the floor and like, that's it.
I would love it. I'd probably jump up and scream. I would love it. I would love it. I actually have had like daydreams of like being at a convention and seeing people walking around in the HYBIS hat.
That's the best hat. Like, and that incredible. So like, I know you've seen it. So for everybody that has not known, I got 6 commissions done of like my 6 favorite characters.
Oh my god, so good. They're so good.
Yes, so good, by Luna. I will put the link in the bio on this video, so don't worry, you can go support her. I had to do a HYBIS one, and I didn't know, like, to me, I don't give her any reference. I give her freelance. Like, when I work with artists, I just give them a freelance. Let's do it. And here's the picture that you could go for the reference, but I never gave her anything. So I'm like, what is she gonna do? Like, what is she gonna do? And she sent me the video, and I loved it instantly because it's with his little hat, and he's just like, yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm like,
when he was going, me,
yes,
me.
yes, and I just loved it. So shout out to Luna. You guys can go. She's open for commissions now.
So good, so good.
So good.
I'm gonna commission something with Luna. Hopefully, I would love to.
Yeah, she's amazing. She really is. She's all the way in, I think, Italy.
I think, yeah.
Italy, yeah. I think it's Italy. I think the package like she sent is Italy. So don't worry, the unboxing's coming when I get them. She hasn't shipped them out yet, but a lot of more HYBIS work because I'm in work with more HYBIS stuff, you know, for my best friend over there, you know. So stay tuned for that. So my next question to you, Kristin, is HYBIS is now a part of Dragon Ball. You said like maybe a couple seconds ago, like fight scenes. What powers? If you could give HYBIS a power, what would that be and why?
Oh man, I know he would want to be like a super cool dancer because he does the ballet. But I don't know if that's a good power. What would HYBIS have as a power? I think he would love to teleport because I feel like he's such a busy guy. He always seems to be all these different like hot date, hair appointment, you know, eating his warm pizza and mud wine. Like he's got all these things to do. So that would be cool. Like maybe if he could teleport or teleport others or whatnot. But yeah, that would be a cool superpower.
It would. And he tells it like it is. He'll tell you like, I got a haircut appointment. I don't know what you guys are doing here.
Yeah. To his boss, a king, he says, I've got a hair appointment.
Like, can I go now? I don't want to help these guys. Like, I got a hair appointment for a hot date tonight.
I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if he actually made it to this hot date. I feel bad because he was watching a whole Demon Realm fight, like a whole battle royal going on, and he's just watching it with his hat.
Yeah, just, you know, I'm doing ballet. Yeah, no, I don't, so far, I don't think that he made it to the date yet. Maybe it was just postponed. But yeah, obviously that person's going to have really good fashion sense because, you know, kisses mean nothing to him without fashion.
I know. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised he denied her. I was shocked. I was like, HYBIS, like not even for a kiss, you won't even give it up, but for a hat, you'll give the eye up quickly.
Spoilers.
Wow. I know, spoilers. Yeah, sorry guys, spoilers. But if you guys haven't seen it, you guys seen it on TikTok and YouTube. And,
hopefully you know by now.
Yeah, hopefully you know. We're not giving like the big scenes away. We're not giving the big scenes away. We're just giving like HYBIS scenes because this is a HYBIS themed Scevoli episode. You know, we love HYBIS. Yeah, we love HYBIS. My next question to you, Kristin, is so HYBIS has no merch out of what we saw. We talked about this before the show. What are your dream merch ideas for HYBIS coming down the line? Maybe like me creating something because I do create lots of pins, lots of t-shirts too. If you see my store, I don't know if you checked my store out, but if you haven't, you know, I do have this nice Dragon Ball print,
Aw.
that an amazing artist made, shout out to them. I forgot Lord, Lord starts with an M, but shout out to them. Made the incredible artwork of Super Saiyan 3's Mini Goku and Vegeta, and King Goma. So if there's anything that you want, Krista, just let me know. I might get it for you. But for any dream merch ideas for HYBIS.
Sorry, hold on, guys. Sorry, doggies.
That's okay. HYBIS, take care of him. HYBIS, take him.
Dream merch. Gosh. My favorite thing would be to have my own pop, Funko Pop. I would love that so much, especially because then I could do autographs for the fans at the conventions on the pops as well. I would love figurines, or I love those little keychains. Pins are fun. I got anything really, but yeah, t-shirts would be great. I've only found one shirt, I think, that had HYBIS, and it was just this little bitty picture of HYBIS on a giant shirt, and I was like, that's it.
That's all we got now. He's a giant character. We need giantness, something maybe like this. I know, I showed you this before, the Piccolo. I have all of them from the series that I collected, but there's no Pansy. I loved Pansy in Dynamite. I loved
her. She's adorable.
Adorable. Probably if we're talking favorite characters, it would probably be HYBIS, Pansy, Glorio, the Majins. I love the Majins. All the minis. Shout out to everyone that played a mini part. You guys absolute killed it. I actually don't like the adult versions now. I want more minis. I want I want more minis. I don't get me wrong. Goku is a all-time favorite. He's been around a long time. Vegeta too. But seeing the minis, Piccolo, Supreme Kai, but seeing the minis. Naya killing it with Supreme Kai. Oh my god, she killed it.
Yeah.
Paul going Super Saiyan 3. Spoiler alert for little mini Vegeta. Goku Super Saiyan 4. That's crazy, guys. In mini form. Crazy, which I loved. I love Stephanie. I love the whole cast of the minis. So shout out to them. Shout out to the Majins. Shout out to and you know who doesn't get enough credit? Dr. Aransu. Shout out to Morgan. She did incredible. I loved her.
She was Dr. amazing. Aransu. So sinister. She did great.
I know, she was so evil. I was like, I don't know, and I'm like, did she even take that seriously? I don't think she's yeah, well, you'll die tomorrow. Stuff like that. Morgan did amazing job. Amazing. Yes. But I can't believe the show's over though, Kristin. Dynamite.
I know, I'm sad. It's when I saw the final episode when everyone's saying goodbye and everything, it was I actually got really choked up. I was when I had to go in the studio and record the last thing, and I think the only thing I did was go, but just having to do that, I was it's the last one. So sad.
Now that Dynama is over, we're all sad. We are. Now, what is the future? I know you can't say, but would you want a future maybe for HYBIS because now he's in the demon realm, we're going back to Earth.
Yeah.
I would love if Dragon Ball revisit the demon realm again. Because
there are some whispers. I don't know. There's all sorts of theories out there. The merge bug. Everybody thought that Goku and Vegeta were going to do the merge bug, and that was a big deal. When are they going to do the merge bug? And they never did. So that's always out there. We don't know. They might go back. You never know. It was a pretty amazing thing with the demon realm. I think there's a lot more they could do with it. So they may have to make another trip out there. Who knows?
I know, and HYBIS might be their guide.
Unwittingly or unwillingly. Yes.
I just love HYBIS. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the show. HYBIS, we love you.
I mean,
So
even if the ministers got to go to the other world just to, help out or something like that, that would be amazing.
yeah, now Majin Ku is the
Fun.
yeah, like Majin Ku is now the minister of the third deal. Is it
The
third?
Grand Demon Lord or Emperor, Demon Emperor. What is it?
I think it's. I don't know. I
Oh,
forget.
I just messed it up.
I know. Demon realm. No, demon. Now this is gonna get me all day. Now this is gonna I'm gonna have to send you a text later and be like, Kristin, demon. This was the correct answer.
The
I don't know.
Grand Demon Lord, or
Yeah, but you guys get the drift. Out there watching, don't hate on us because we don't know a lingo.
let us know if you remember.
Yeah, let us know. No hating. Just let us know. So Kristin, after Dynama has ended, Dynama ended. What is next for you? Like, what is coming up for you? Any more roles? I know you posted a role on your Instagram the other day. Can you tell us anything else? What you're working on and stuff like that?
So after Daima, there's a lot of crying. But no, there's always new projects coming up. I was lucky to be brought on to. I've been catching slimes for 300 years as Yufufu, which is this really sweet mother character, water spirit that kind of becomes the mother to the main young lady in the show. But as far as after that, I don't really have anything that I am currently working on, but I know it's probably going to be minutes or hours, but something will come in.
Now, as a voice actor, how do you determine your roles? How do you do that? How do they, like you said, they come in? So as a voice actor, because I might want to be one day. I think I have some talent. But as a voice actor, how do you get your roles? Does your agent give them to you, or they come in on a little tray of pizza and you do the and as you're eating the pizza, you're going, oh, that's a good line, like a fortune cookie, like you open the fortune
that's
cookie.
Exactly. I was going to say it's like a fortune cookie. You just bring it. Oh, this is my new role. No, you audition. You have to audition. For me, they usually come through my agent. They send you the new projects that they're casting, and you send in your auditions from your recording booth, and then you just kind of put it out there and hope that you hear back. A lot of times you won't even audition for something. It's just a director that's worked with you before and they think you'd fit something perfectly, and they just offer you the role, which is amazing. But it's either or, so you just never know.
But I'm ready for it. I can't wait. You always have my support.
Thank you.
So my final question to you, Kristin, is Dynama's over. What as HYBIS? Tongue twister there. Woo! Wow. Rephrase that. So Dynama's over. What does HYBIS mean to you?
Oh my gosh. He's such a amazing character to me. He makes me so happy every time I see him. I wasn't quite sure I thought about him at first, because I was like, well, he's kind of a weird looking guy, isn't he? But now when I look at him, he just makes me so happy. He makes me want to laugh, because I know his funny sense of humor. And I always think, what would HYBIS say at this, to this or something like that? What would his response be? Which is really fun. And just the fact that still there are so many people that haven't discovered him yet and that might really enjoy him, that means so much to me. And it's just so amazing. He just means so much to me. I love him.
He does. And Kristin, I'm right there with you, girl. I'm right there with you. HYBIS means a lot. I think he stands for a lot. He stands for an icon. He stands a legend character. He's a funny character. Fashionista. Yeah, he's just an amazing. I think he's a well put, organized character. I don't think we need a backstory of him, because we get where he's coming from. But you know what? I would love some episodes of HYBIS travel through the Demon Realm episodes. I wouldn't be upset about that. But HYBIS, I love HYBIS. I think he stands for a lot. I think he stands for awesomeness, funniness. Every time he's on screen and you voice the character, and it's so awesome. It's so spot on. And when I listened to the voice, I'm like, wow, I didn't know you actually could get your voice like that. I was like, that's a lady is voicing him? Oh my God, that's incredible. And I'm like, wow, like you really killed the role of HYBIS. I just want to tell you that. Like, you really,
Yeah.
thank you so much for bringing this, my new personal favorite character in Dragon Ball now. You know, I have a lot of favorite characters, but I think HYBIS, I don't know, I met him and I instantly connected to him because I think me and him in a world of today, like if he was a real person today, me and him would be best friends because we have the same sense of humor. Yes, same sense of humor. Like I could be sitting at a table and go, well, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to get a haircut like right now. You can sit there. You know what I mean? Like I'm going out tonight. Like I don't know what you're doing, but like
I'm making
you know what I mean?
zombie games. We're gonna go play zombie games if you want.
Yeah, we could do that together, you
Some
know.
zombies.
You know, yeah, it could just be fun and everything. So I think thank you, Kristin, so much for bringing HYBIS.
Thank you for being such an amazing fan and for loving him so much. I thank you.
I do. I think when I connect to characters, it's for a reason. And HYBIS, I connect for a reason. So thank you for that. But before we end, Kristin, where can everybody... Oh, I want to ask you this. Because I know you're on Instagram and doing your awesome reels, which I love. I love posting them, reposting them for you. What is everybody that's out there that's new to you? Because not a lot of people know that you're HYBIS' voice actor until I tell them. So what is Kristin to 1 million?
Oh, okay. So I decided I wanted to do a campaign. So a lot of voice actors don't realize that your social media actually affects what you do so much, as far as like going to your conventions and maybe even booking other roles and whatnot. If you don't work on your social media, you just are not known. So a lot of us kind of slacked on that, myself included. And I have decided to try to remedy that by going completely supernova and deciding I wanted to get 1 million followers. You know, I know it's like reaching for the moon or whatnot, but you know what? If you don't try for it, you'll never get it. So,
right.
And on different milestones, I'm going to totally do some cool things like give away free merch, free autographs, you know, really cool, unique prints. Pops, we're gonna do all sorts of fun stuff. Hell, I might even like give you a badge to a convention that I'm at so you can come and hang out with me the whole time if you wanted to. So I've got all sorts of things.
Kristin, I'm right here. I need that. I'm right here.
I'll keep that in mind, Chris.
Yes, please. I need that. Could you imagine me just sitting next to HYBIS and me and you are just doing the like, so bored at work, and then we just do some good funny videos, like
more autographs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like more people. I can't stand people. You know, like
no,
I'm just kidding. I know, but HYBIS would say something like that in that voice. I know he would. But thank you, Kristin, so much for joining me on the Scevoli Export Show. I appreciate everything you do. You're an amazing talent to the world. Thank you for HYBIS. Thank you for being in Dragon Ball. Now are you part of the Dragon Ball universe? But before we end, where can everybody find you on the social of meteors?
So TikTok, Instagram, I'm under The Wine Actress, because I'm a som and an actress. And let's see, YouTube, I believe, is also The Wine Actress or Kristin Sutton. And then Blue Sky as well. So all of them.
Go follow Kristin, and I will put all the links to follow her and support her in the bio. This was one of my favorite interviews I ever done.
Thank you.
And I've interviewed a lot of people, I have, but I think it's special when it's like your favorite character. You know what I mean? Like it is. So thank you so much, Kristin. Please come back on the show anytime. I would love to have you back. Always we'll just talk Dragon Ball, you know, we can just talk Dragon Ball. And of course HYBIS. But thank you for joining me on the Scevoli Export Show, guys. Be kind to one another, and may the force be with you, my friends.
Yes. Thank you, Chris.
See you guys. Bye.